Hello guys and welcome back to the Crazy Hands Knitting and Crocheting channel. And in this video tutorial we are going to learn again how to knit two needles socks. I was already doing and you can find the video tutorial of a little bit different socks but also two needles. So for this pair you will need two double pointed needles 3 millimeters, and the yarn that I was using, it's everything actually what you have. It's a red heart soft touch yarn, the one and another one I don't remember, but I'm sure that it is a medium worsted yarn, and it is 100% acrylic yarn. So basically everything what you have at home that is written number 4 worsted weight yarn is a perfect to knit these socks. So if you're a beginner, it's a great opportunity for you to make your first socks. So if you want to join, you're welcome, and we are going to start right now. At the beginning, I would like to talk a little bit about calculation. So I want to show you and measure all parts. So first we start from the ribbon part. It can be longer or shorter as you want. So uh, I suggest this is the perfect length, but maybe you would like it to be longer. Then the central part, just let's measure everything for you to know if you are, for example, using another type of yarn and or have another gauge. So the central part is almost 10 centimeters, so the width. Uh, if you have wide feet, so I suggest you leaving here not 20 stitches as I did, but 22. And let's calculate what is the length of this part. I'm doing these socks for the size US 7. European size also it's 37, and it is about 24 centimeters. It will be okay even if it's 24 and a half. So from 24 minus 10%, you are doing it for all sizes. You get 21.6, so we make it roughly 21 centimeters. So this part has to be 21 centimeters, and the same this one, the second one that we are going to repeat, 21, 21. Now let's measure it. I will show you. So from the part where we bind off side stitches, so as you can see, it's almost 21 centimeters. So you can stretch a little bit, and let's measure this part. So here, 21 centimeters. I want you also to show the width of the central part. So it's almost 6 centimeters, and the yellow part, same, 6 centimeters. And let's measure ribbon part and the cuff part. It's 10.5 centimeters, and let's measure this part. So it's 21 and a half, almost 22 centimeters. So that's all what you need to know, and let's get started now. For these socks I'm using a long tail cast on method, and I cast on 44 stitches. If you believe that your leg is too wide, please cast on 46 stitches. And we start from a simple ribbon, slip the first stitch, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Like this, go on purling till the end of this row. I'm going to show you only this row. Purl 1, knit 1, a little bit tight at the beginning, but it's okay because it's ribbon. Knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Go on ribbon till the end of this row, and after that rib 2 more rows, back and forth. I am at the end of row 3 and I forgot to tell you that you're going to purl always the last stitch. It's a selvage stitch as well. The first one we slip and the last one we purl. So here is the front side. You see bumps. Make sure that you know where is the front side and where is the right side. And now we are going to change the color. You don't need to change the color if you don't want. So when we change color, we do not slip the first stitch and we knit it. And then go on ribbon, knit 1, purl 1. We don't do it only when we change. Next row you are going to slip the first stitch and purl the last one. I'm talking now only about selvage stitches. So go on knitting and ribbon till the end of this row and then one row back in blue color. And then we are going to change the color again. And don't forget, as I said before, slip the first stitch in the next row. So I've done 5 rows and now I'm going to add one more color. I forgot to say you that you don't need to cut the yarn of previous color when you change it. So just add. And again I knit the first stitch, then knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Go on knitting. Knit 1, purl 1, knit 1, purl 1. Finish this row and then rib one more. Okay, now I've done 7 rows, and what I'm going to do, I pull the yellow yarn, so I hold it behind and I knit the first stitch. Then again knit 1, pull tails, and now you get the knit edge like this. Go on ribbon in yellow color, Knit 1, purl 1. Knit 1, purl 1. Go on knitting in yellow color till the end and then one row back, then 2 rows in blue color and then 2 rows in white color, and repeat again, 2 in yellow, 2 in blue and 2 in white color. And after that I will be back and we will measure the ribbon part. And welcome back. I've done 19 rows, and let's measure the ribbon part. The ribbon part at this moment 8 centimeters. So now you can cut the white color, and now take the yellow one, and we are going to knit 4 rows in garter stitch. So at the beginning, as usually, you knit the first stitch. Let me pull the tail and knit all stitches, no ribbon. To get a garter stitch, we are going to knit all stitches on the right side and knit all stitches on the wrong side. So easy. Knit, finish knitting this row and then knit 3 more rows. Back and 2 more rows. Okay, and now I'm going to cut the yellow yarn and going to knit with the main color, the blue. We are going to have lots of tails, but we are going to weave them at the very end. So now grab the blue color and repeat the same what you were doing with the yellow color previously. Slip the first stitch and knit all other stitches till the last one. Don't forget to purl the last stitch, and in total you're going to knit 4 rows in blue color. Finish this row and then 3 more. Okay, and now we are going to bind off 12 stitches from one side and 12 stitches from another side and leave only 20 stitches in the center. So as I said before, if you think that you have a wide fit, leave 22 stitches and bind off only 11 from one side and 11 from the other side. Slip the first stitch, knit the next stitch and pass over. Then again knit and pass over like this. Knit and pass over. Count, you have to bind off 12 stitches from this side. Knit and pass over. knit, pass over, knit, and pass over. So if you didn't count, you can count from the other side. So 12, and in the center has to be 12, 20 stitches. One more time, 12, and here 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. So one stitch is here on the right needle. Then knit all other stitches till the end of this row. And pull the last stitch. Turn, and from this side bind off 12 stitches again. Slip the first stitch, knit one, and pass first over the second. Then again knit one and pass over. Pass over. Pass over. So let's count. Yes, 20 stitches. And now I'm going just knit till the end of this row, and we are going to knit now back and forth. Again, don't forget about selvage stitches. Here purl the last stitch. Turn and knit only the central part. Slip the first stitch and knit all other stitches till the last one, and purl the last one. Purl. And like this go on knitting back and forth until this central part reaches 13 centimeters from the place where you bind off stitches. And now let's measure the central part. And as I said, exactly 13 centimeters. I think I've done 27 garter stitch ridges, and every garter ridge equals 2 rows of knitting. And the last one here, yes, 27, that equals to 54 rows. And now I'm going to change the color and going to knit those part. You can cut the blue color now, and when you cut the blue yarn, please leave a long tail, you will need it. Same here, when you attach a new color, you can leave a long tail. You will need it later on for sewing sides. So slip the first stitch and knit two together. Then knit all other stitches until you have 3 stitches. We are going to make decreases here. And again, knit two together and purl the last stitch. On the wrong side, we are going to just knit all stitches, slip the first stitch and knit all other stitches till the last one and purl the last one. And purl it. Turn again and make decreases again. Now you have, by the way, 18 stitches on your needles. Slip the first stitch, knit two together, knit all other stitches until you have 3 stitches on your left hand needle. Knit two together, purl the last stitch and turn. And as before, simply knit all other stitches on the wrong side. Finish this row and then make decreases until you have 10 stitches on your needles. I've done all decreases and now I have 10 stitches. And from this point we are going to make increases. Slip the first stitch, make a yarn over and knit all other stitches. Make one more yarn over and purl the last stitch. Turn. Slip the first stitch and here knit yarn over through the back loop. Like this you will get rid of the hole. Knit all other stitches and again yarn over stitch, knit through the back loop and purl the last stitch. Turn. Slip, yarn over, knit all other stitches at the end. One more yarn over and purl the last stitch. On the wrong side, same. Slip, knit through the back loop, yarn over stitch and knit till the end. Like this, go on knitting back and forth, increasing until you have 20 stitches that you had before. So I've done the first part, and this part, as I said before, has to measure 21 centimeters. Here it is, from the place where we bind off stitches. And now I'm going to repeat everything the same. Again, cut the yarn and leave a tail, leave even longer tail, because we are going to stitch up this part. And now when you attach the blue color, leave the same long tail, you will need it. And what we have to do, we are going to repeat the same part as we did before. knit the first stitch, knit next 18 stitches, and purl the last stitch, and go on knitting back and forth. As I said, 54 rows, do not count these two, 54 rows or 27 garter stitch garter ridges. And after that we are going to knit the same yellow part as we did here, with decreases and then increases. Okay, I've done the main part with the main color. Cut the yarn here, leaving a tail, and now attach the yellow color, and also I suggest leaving the tail here. And same as we did before, knit the first stitch and then start decreasing, knit two together and then increasing, where we are going to make yarn over. Knit two together and knit all stitches till the end. Again here knit two together and purl the last stitch. Turn and knit all other stitches without decreases. After that, go on making decreases from right and from the left side until you have 10 stitches as it was before. And now when I have 10 stitches, I'm going to make increases. So slip the first stitch, yarn over, knit 8, yarn over again and purl the last stitch. Turn, slip, knit yarn over through the back loop and knit all other stitches. Again, yarn over through the back loop and purl the last stitch. Go on increasing until you have 20 stitches on your needle. And here I am, lots of tails, I know. So now we are going to bind off and finish knitting our sock. Slip the first stitch as we did before, knit the next stitch and pass first over the second one. Knit the next stitch and pass first stitch over the second one. Knit, pass over, knit and pass over. Please go on till the end. At the end, purl last stitch and pass over. That's it. Now pull the yarn and again leave the tail like this. Make a knot here and leave the tail. Now we are going to stitch up the sock. So please find where is the right side, where is the wrong side. So place the sock on the right side because we are going to stitch up everything on the right side, not on the wrong. So let's find out. And we are going to start from toes. So this is the wrong side, as you can see. I'm going to use a yarn needle. It is also, it will be okay if you're going to use a tapestry needle. Find the tail that you left. Join two yellow lines. And as you see, 5 stitches from one side and 5 stitches from another side. And I'm going to use a mattress stitch here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and from another side same. Find the bar that between the selvage stitch and the next stitch and go underneath. On the other side, repeat the same. So you need to find all bar. There are 2 ways how you can stitch up the sock. Insert the needle underneath the bar or underneath the next stitch. So here I'm showing you how to, you see, I need to find the bar. Sometimes it's hard. Just find the stitch, selvage stitch, and it will be easier. Here is the selvage stitch and the bar. And now from these sides, here the same stitch and the bar. Again, stitch and the bar. And the bar here. And last stitches from this side and from this side. Now you can pull the tail. That's what you have. Pull the tail on the wrong side and then you can weave in ends later on, or you can do it even now. So that's the seam that you will get. So you can weave in ends now because you have a needle now. So what I'm doing, sometimes I'm doing this, just going back and forth underneath ridges like this, and then cut the yarn. Or you can go inside the seam and weave in ends. And now I will show you how to stitch up Same mattress stitch, but I'm not going to look for the bar in this case. I'm going to go underneath the stitch, the next stitch after the selvage stitch. Next stitch after the selvage stitch. This one. So it's easier, you don't need to go inside and look for this bar. You see this. So this is the bar, and I go underneath the stitch here. One, two, three, and the same have to do it on into the third ridge. I like this way of stitching the sock a little bit more, but it makes your sock a little bit narrower compared to that one when you go underneath the bar. And I like the seam here. That's how it looks. So go on and seam. Go on like this till the end here, like this till the end, and then proceed the same with this part. So I didn't leave the yellow color, so you will need to attach a new color. And same, if you don't have a blue color, please attach and stitch up this side. Here I wanted to show you how beautiful seam I have. So I have finished and I leave the tail. I do not cut it from this side because I will need it to stitch up the heel and the cuff. Now, as I said, I'm going to attach a new tail, and I'm insert the needle from the wrong side and leave the tail inside. So count 5 stitches here from one side and 5 stitches from another side here, and proceed doing the same. So here you can pick up whether bars or uh, next stitch after the selvage stitch as we did before. Here I would like to show you if I'm going to pick up and go underneath the next stitch, not the bar but underneath the next stitch. Pull a little bit, and now here's the next one. And the last stitch from this side, and from this. Now pull tight, and on the wrong side weave in ends, And now we only need to join uh, another side. Do it on your own, please. So I've done this side and this side, and so here's the heel. This is the right side. Leave this tail that you were just using because we are going to use it again, and now find the tail that you left. So you have two tails from one side and from another side, and let's proceed with the heel. The same and everything what we were doing with toes. So bend the heel like this and start joining. Pick up whether the bar or the stitch right after the selvage stitch from both sides. So 5 stitches on one side and 5 stitches on another side. Simply count garter stitch rows. The third one, 1, 2, 3 here. Fourth from this side and this. And the last stitch here and from this side. That's it. Now pull the tail on the wrong side, and then later you can weave in ends. Stitch up now the second part, and I will see you after. So that's how the heel look. And now what we are going to do. So you can leave this tail, please. We are going to use it. If you didn't leave it at the beginning, we are going to use it to stitch up the cuff. Here now use the blue tail. Actually, you can use any tail you have. It doesn't matter. And we are going to join this part and the heel. As you remember, the heel has 20 stitches, so divide it in half. You can place a stitch marker here. And when you are going to join, here we have 12 stitches, and sometimes you will need to insert the needle twice to make the number of stitches equal. Please pay attention how I insert the needle. Find the so if you look here, we just go underneath and here you pick up only the back loop like this. Again, pay attention how I insert the needle. So here I insert my needle twice, as I said before, to make the number of stitches equal, and go on like through the back loop here just underneath, and again through the back loop, underneath. As here, I'm going to insert my needle the second time into the same loop. Like this, we will finish right in the center. So go on and then make the same, find the blue tail or any color you have, and make the same what we've done from this side. That's what you're going to have after you stitching up the heel. And the last step, join the cuff. I'm going to use another tail that I left before. No worries, it can be any color. Just at the beginning here is blue. So the same as we did previously, pick up whether the next stitch as I'm doing now, or the bar between the selvage stitch and the first stitch. If I have the yellow tail, let me check, and I have it right. So I'm going to use it. You can use the tails that you left at the beginning and stitch up from the top. Here is the same, everything what we did before. You're going to pick up the bar between the selvage stitch. Sometimes it's not selvage, you are knitting it. So between the first and second stitch, you're going to pick up the bar. Here, while we have garter stitch, pick up the next stitch. After the selvage, and from this side, okay. And now the ribbon part. So as I said, I'm going to find the bar that goes here, this one, and this one. So always look what color goes next. So there will be 2 rows of white color, 2 rows of blue color. So join them together. Blue one, and from this side, and again here. So like this, go on stitching up till the end, till the top, and I will show you after the final result. Go on and see you after. So that's what I have. I think not bad, and look, all colors are matching. Now you will only need to weave in all ends and make the second one. And that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching this tutorial. It was long, but I'm sure it was not that hard. Please, if you have any questions, leave them. I will be happy to answer you. Subscribe to my channel, and I will see you soon in my next video tutorials. Bye!